Jaden is also still moving on from his breakup with Mads, so I think like that's a really hard thing for both of them to get over, and I don't think that if they are gonna get together at any point, we're gonna see that super soon. Okay, so Jaden Hossler and Nessa Barrett are in some major tea. If you guys didn't know, Nessa and Josh Richards were dating on and off since November 2019, and similarly, Jaden and Mads Lewis were dating on and off since December of 2019. Now, Jaden and Josh have been pretty close friends for a while now, which is something to keep in mind, and while Nessa and Mads have had their issues, those two have also been close at times. Now, Jaden and Mads had their most recent breakup just a couple of weeks ago, and in the midst of their breakup, Mads participated in a TikTok trend. I have to mute it in case of copyright, but basically she showed her and Jaden together and then slowly transitioned the video into speculation about Jaden and Nessa being together, and then lip-synced the words at the end. She took him faster than you could say sabotage, which is something that no one expected her to do. Now, a lot of people at first thought she was being jealous and insecure because of all the time that the two of them have been spending together due to performing on Ellen and Jimmy Kimmel, and just a few days ago, Josh talked about the situation on his podcast, as well as his breakup with Nessa and where he saw them in the future.
Pretty much, yes, me and Nessa are broken up. We are not together, but like it wasn't the situation Mads was putting it out there to be. Like she was kind of that's just like it was just jealousy, really. That's just like a girl getting broken up with, then being jealous for no reason. Do I think they like hooked up at all? 0%.
You and Ness broken up, but friends.
Yeah.
And you and Jaden still close as ever.
Yeah, we were watching March Madness together.
Do you think that there's a future with you and Ness, or do you think it's kind of in the past?
No, I don't think so. Like me and Ness are pretty much 100% for sure never gonna be together again. But like, yeah, I still reach out to her. Like I've reached out to her like one time or twice and just been like, "How are you? How's everything going? Like, congrats on the Kimmel stuff."
Now, just a couple days ago, it was announced that Mads would be on a podcast called Call Her Daddy, and the preview for the episode is pretty crazy.
So there's more drama.
Yeah. I found out this morning that Jaden likes Nessa, so yeah. But before he gave me his phone, he deleted a message on his phone because I saw it. And then I got this gut feeling. So I went on his iPad, and then there's voice recordings from him. And then he says, delete those, don't save them. And then at the very end, he told me, I like Nessa. And I literally have screenshots.
This morning?
This morning. I knew she got with Chase. I was laying in the same bed as Chase and Nessa. I look over at Chase, and Chase goes, shh. She's like, your relationship with Jaden's going nowhere. My relationship with Josh is going somewhere. You better take the blame for it. Do it now. I know my ex-boyfriend's car. She's in his car at 7 a.m. Hopefully this time you'll have another moment, meaning him and Nessa. Hopefully you guys can pursue what you already started. It's gonna make me cry.
After this came out, a lot of people started putting the pieces together, and here's a clip of Mads being asked about it by paparazzi.
Okay, so there's a lot of drama going on with you and Jaden and Nessa. What happened? You want to,
I actually don't want to talk about it. I explained everything on the Call Her Daddy podcast, so if you don't know, just watch it on Wednesday.
Then, Nessa and Jaden were seen together recently, and this paired with the preview for the podcast stirred up a ton of drama, and people started responding to the situation. Griffin Johnson, who was part of Sway with Josh and Jaden, posted, "Nobody is loyal. I'm going to war for you until the day I die," at Josh Richards. Let's continue to show all these people that we are here to change the world. He also quoted a tweet about unfollowing Jaden, saying, "I'm on it," and then, "Nobody is loyal." Dave Portnoy, who does a podcast with Josh, tweeted, "Welcome to the Mud Kid," at Jaden Hossler. It then appeared that Griffin unfollowed Nessa and Jaden. A clip of the podcast was posted to TikTok, and someone commented, "I feel so bad for Josh," to which his sister, Olivia, replied, "Same." People noticed that Lorraine also unfollowed Nessa and Jaden, and Keo tweeted out, "I am neutral" at first, but then he seemed to change his mind and deleted that tweet, saying, "Josh has always had my back, and Jaden has too at times, but this goes beyond messed up. This isn't what you do to someone who's your best friend. It doesn't matter how much you like someone. This isn't about choosing between your best friend and someone else. It's about loyalty." Keemstar, who has a lot of connections in the influencer world, tweeted out, "Jaden Hossler and Nessa Barrett are confirmed. Just got off the phone with our mutual friends." Jaden then went live.
Since Mads is obviously going on like the podcast, and now like I guess Dave's coming for my life. And all y'all saying TikTok rumors vibe, nah, this sucks, bro. Like this dead sucks. Like my best friend in the f***ing world, it blocked me on everything right now, which is like a whole different situation. Y'all always say, "Oh, you deserve it." Let me tell you the story. Since Mads wants to go on there, I understand like she's going through a lot of hurt, and that's why she might have been handling things the way she has been. You know, I was not a good boyfriend, I'll be honest, for like the first, you know, while of us dating. A lot of stuff happened that like, I hate this, bro. Like, I have to explain this shit online. Like, I tried to make it work with Mads, and I know she tried, and sometimes things just don't work. She's gonna talk about voice recordings. That was between me and my manager. How do you think she got those? Because she went in without my permission and took my iPad. Dave is coming after me because they work together. I understand they're on their side and they want to be boys. And, like, I'm all about that. And for everyone who doesn't know, I literally went to jail for Josh.
For this, I want to go back to last summer when the Sway Boys took a trip to Texas and 2 of them got arrested for illegal drug possession, those 2 being Jaden and Bryce Hall. Now, since this situation, a ton of rumors have unfolded and circulated around the internet, one of them being that Jaden actually took the fall for Josh because Josh is a Canadian and basically has to stay out of trouble to stay in the country, which Jaden finally confirmed in his live stream.
So he wouldn't be put in a worse situation. And I haven't been able to talk about that for literally a year almost. Like, he talked to me and we talked about how the situation sucked and it was really bad, and ultimately he just said he wanted me to be really happy. I can't talk to you. Man, I love you, dog. If anything, it's no one's fault except mine. And like, so y'all are right. We did not do anything. Well, me and Mads were together. We still have, like, that's none of y'all's business, but like, that's not what this is about. Nobody cheated. I'm just really trying to do the right thing here. And Josh, like, if you're listening, bro, please just call me. Like, please just call me.
Then Nessa tweeted, "I don't need to pity myself. I know the decision I made. Y'all don't know the whole story and probably never will because the truth hurts and it shouldn't be online. Night." People also noticed that her lock screen was now her and Jaden together. Josh tweeted, "Personally, I'm going to handle this offline. The last 3 weeks have been hard on me and I just need time to think. I appreciate all of my friends and supporters that have reached out to check in on me. It means more than you know. I'm doing okay and have no ill will towards anyone." Jaden and Nessa were also spotted together and questioned by paparazzi.
Guys, this is so shocking to see y'all as a new couple. How long have you guys been official now?
I don't know anything about that, but we're just trying to enjoy ourselves, you know what I mean?
That's so good.
Really trying to be happy.
Did you guys experience chemistry together when you were working on your music?
Honestly, we feel like we handle this whole thing like respectfully and privately, and then some people like to go online, you know, and honestly I'm the happiest I've ever been, and I just wish the best for everybody.
Nessa, how are you feeling about everything? Are you happier than you've ever been?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mads posted a picture of her in the hospital. I'm not sure why, but hopefully she's doing okay. Now, the thing that really confirmed Jaden and Nessa was this picture that just came out, which is pretty much a confirmation that they're not just friends. At this point, it's clear that Josh and Jaden's friendship is on the rocks, and who knows about his friendship with Nessa. As for Mads, her episode with Call Her Daddy is going to be released tonight, and we'll have to see what she says. In the meantime, they also did release one more preview before it's released.
My heart's racing hella fucking fast. My blood is boiling. You know, as a girl, that is my boyfriend. I'm like,
you pressed play on these voice messages.
I pressed play.
So there's obviously a ton of anticipation for Mads to talk about her side of the story, but meanwhile, while I was editing, this video actually came out of Jaden and Nessa, and for those of you who still think they could be friends, I'm pretty sure this video kinda confirms it, because even if they're not official yet, they're definitely not just friends. Somehow, people also noticed that Nessa posted a TikTok a while ago wearing shorts that seemed to be Jaden's, and if it was a while ago, it means that this is nothing new. However, it could just be a coincidence, and they could just have the same pair of shorts. Who knows? Now, I'm not sure who manages Josh's podcast account, but whoever it is, they tweeted out "Still Softish 2?" which is a reference to his diss track that he made with Bryce Hall against Lil Huddy. They also tweeted out "Y'all rockin' with doing this with your bestie," which seems to be a reference to people saying that they're just friends still. There seem to be some responses all over the place. "Why do you care so much? Y'all are acting like you know them personally. By the way, when the podcast comes out with Mads, Nessa and Jaden most likely aren't going to say anything, so it's not fun. I want to hear both sides of the story. This is all bad and it's going to get worse tonight." This is so wrong. I hate saying this, but Mads was right. Disappointed but not surprised. Anyways, Josh and Mads deserve the world. This drama feels fake. He's a human. No one can choose who they fall in love with. So I usually don't insert my opinion, but I just wanted to this time since this is such a major tea. I think that because both of them just got out of relationships, mainly Mads and Jaden, it seems kind of like a backstab from Nessa and Jaden to just get into a relationship or at least like showcase it publicly. I definitely think that Jaden is really distraught over his rift in his friendship with Josh, but he also knows that he's in the wrong. So I think we're all just waiting to see what Mads says on her side of the story, and that'll be pretty interesting. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to follow my Instagram at sisterspillyt. I answer all DMs, and if you find my voice relaxing or want to check out my podcast, the link to it will be in my description. If you would like a shout out in my next video, comment your favorite TikTok ship. Here are the shout outs from my last video.